A while back, in a small Wisconsin town, people walked up to their Dollar General and found the doors locked. A handwritten sign taped to the glass: "We quit." The whole team. There are close to 21,000 of these stores. One sits a few minutes from your house. Most folks think the trouble is shoplifting. It isn't. By number 1, I'll show you the number that scared their own boardroom. Number 8. The dollar you spend there buys less than you think. And I want to show you exactly how, because this one hits people on fixed incomes the hardest, and most of them never see it. Dollar General wins pricing surveys. That part is true. Market researchers filled a basket with about 20 everyday grocery and household items in New England and rang it up at different stores. Dollar General came in at $26.75. Walmart was $27.41. Target was over $40. Cheapest total in the study. That's the headline they'd like you to remember. Here's what the headline doesn't say. They win by selling smaller packages. Do the math with me on something simple. Say a small tube of name-brand toothpaste, about 3 ounces, sells for $1.25 at the dollar store. Down the road, a big box store sells a 3-pack of full-size tubes, over 19 ounces total, for $5. The $5 shopper pays about 26 cents an ounce. The dollar store shopper pays over 40 cents an ounce for the same paste. Same brand, same product. You just paid more for less, and the register total looked like a win. My mother could do that math in her head standing in the aisle. Most of us stopped doing it somewhere along the way, and these stores are built on the hope that we did. Now, to be fair to Dollar General, and we will be fair in this video, they'd tell you their customer often has $10 to last until Friday. That person cannot buy the $15 bulk pack no matter how good the per-ounce price is. And that's true. The small package fits the small wallet. But understand what that means. The less money you have, the more you pay per ounce. There's a name for that. It's called a poverty premium. And it's not an accident of the business model. It is the business model. Number 7. You've probably noticed the self-checkout machines disappearing. That wasn't your imagination, and it wasn't 1 or 2 stores. In the spring of 2024, Dollar General pulled self-checkout out of about 12,000 of its roughly 20,000 stores. Some machines were removed outright. Most were switched over so an employee runs them for you. Here's why that matters. Companies don't rip out a technology they spent millions installing because customers grumbled about it. They do it when the machines are losing them money. The industry word is shrink. Inventory that walks out the door stolen, or gets missed at the scanner, or gets damaged before it ever sells. Dollar General's own executives called shrink their most significant headwind on earnings calls. And the way they figured it out is honestly a little unsettling. They hired an artificial intelligence company called Everseen to watch hundreds of thousands of self-checkout transactions and flag the patterns. The software confirmed what anyone standing in one of these stores could have told them for free. When there are only 1 or 2 employees in the building, and both of them are in the back unloading freight, nobody is watching the machines. So the CEO, Todd Vassos, ordered thousands of stores back to human checkout. He called it increasing personal engagement with the customer. I'll let you decide how much of that is customer service and how much is damage control. One honest note here, because it matters. Shrink is not just a Dollar General problem. Walmart and Target have fought the same battle. The difference is those stores have staff on the floor. Dollar General built a model with almost nobody in the building, then acted surprised when the building couldn't watch itself. That's it. That's the story. Machines out, 1 cashier in, and a longer line for you. Number 6. Here's a question. When was the last time a town passed a law to keep a store out? Because it's happening all over the country, and the store is Dollar General. Stonecrest, Georgia banned new small box discount stores outright. Birmingham, Alabama passed rules limiting how close new dollar stores can open to existing ones. The mayor pointed to federal data showing about 69% of the city's residents live in areas with poor access to fresh food. Cleveland, New Orleans, Fort Worth, Tulsa. Dozens of cities and towns have done some version of the same thing. Why would a town turn away a store? Researchers at UCLA and the University of Toronto studied what happens when dollar stores cluster. What they found, roughly, is that for every 3 dollar stores that open within 2 miles of each other, one local grocery store closes. And when the grocer goes, the fresh meat goes, the produce goes, the dairy case goes. What's left is a store that sells shelf-stable boxes and cans, sitting where your supermarket used to be. You've watched this happen. The independent grocer that fed your town for 40 years. The pharmacy with the man who knew your name. Gone. And in their place, 2 or 3 yellow and black signs within a few minutes of each other. Now, Dollar General's side of it. They say they often come into towns years after the big grocers already left, and that they're adding coolers and produce in their DG Market stores. Some of that is real, but the researchers looked at that too, and the fresh sections don't come close to replacing a full grocery store. Here's what I think is actually going on. Dollar General isn't always the reason the grocer left, but once they saturate a town, no new grocer can ever come back. They don't create the hole every time. They just make sure it never closes. Number 5. Walk into one of these stores and look down the aisle. Odds are decent you can't. Somewhere in that store, there's a 6-foot metal cart. The workers call them Rolltainers, stacked with boxes, parked across the aisle, sometimes for days. For most shoppers, that's an annoyance. If you use a walker, a cane, a wheelchair, it's a wall. And here's where most shoppers get this wrong. They see the boxes and blame the worker, figure the employees are lazy. It's not laziness. The freight keeps arriving on schedule from the warehouse. The hours to put it away don't. Corporate decides how many labor hours each store gets, and workers have said in court filings that the math simply doesn't work, that the unloading they're assigned can't physically be done in the time they're given. This isn't me guessing. Dollar General's own annual report filed with the SEC admits to significant levels of inventory shrink and damages. Shareholders have sued, claiming the company let what their lawyers describe as tens of millions of dollars in outdated, unwanted inventory pile up in back rooms. And the company is now spending heavily on remodel programs. Around 1,200 stores remodeled in a single quarter of 2025, partly just to deal with the flow of boxes. Think about that for a second. They cut staff so deep that they now have to rebuild the stores to cope with the mess the cuts created. Whatever they saved on payroll, they're handing back to contractors. Was it worth it? Number 4. Now let me take you back to that locked door in Wisconsin, because I promised you the whole story, and the whole story is about a woman named Trina Tribolette. Trina managed the Dollar General in Mineral Point, Wisconsin. Population about 2,500. In March of 2024, she and her entire team walked out at once and taped that handwritten sign to the glass. We quit. The whole team has walked away due to a lack of appreciation, being overworked, and being underpaid. Here's what was behind it. Trina said she'd been working 7-day weeks since Christmas. Not one bad stretch, months of it. Corporate caps the hours the part-time workers can get, and when the hourly help runs out, the salaried manager fills the gap for free, because salaried means no overtime. Workers and labor groups keep reporting the same thing across the country. Store managers pulling 60, 70 hours a week just to keep the doors open. But here's the detail that stays with me. It wasn't the hours that finally broke that team. It was food. Trina said they were required to throw away food that was near its date into the dumpster instead of donating it. In a small town where the workers themselves knew people who could have used it. They stood there, exhausted and underpaid, throwing away food. And at some point, the whole team decided they were done. Dollar General apologized for the closure, said it follows proper donation protocols, and said it's committed to a workplace where people feel valued and heard. The store was restaffed and reopened. I've read a lot of corporate statements on this channel. Here's my honest read of this one. When every single person in a building quits on the same day, the problem is not the people in the building. Number 3. Everything you've heard so far, the clutter, the skeleton crews, the blocked aisles, the federal government noticed too. And in July of 2024, it stopped asking nicely. For years, safety inspectors kept walking into Dollar General stores and finding the same things. Emergency exits blocked by freight, fire extinguishers buried, electrical panels walled off behind boxes. Not once, not in one region, over and over across hundreds of stores for the better part of a decade. By the Labor Department's count, the fines proposed against Dollar General since 2017 added up to more than $21 million. The government put the company into something called the Severe Violator Enforcement Program. That designation is reserved for employers who keep committing the same violations after being told to stop. It is not a list you end up on by accident. Then came the settlement, $12 million in penalties, and a set of rules with real teeth. When a hazard gets reported now, a blocked exit say, Dollar General has 48 hours to fix it. If they don't, the fine runs up to $100,000 a day per hazard, capped at $500,000 per violation. They also had to hire safety managers, bring in outside auditors, and stand up a corporate safety operations center with a hotline so workers can report hazards directly. Stop and picture what that means in plain terms. A store where the way out during a fire is blocked by a cart of merchandise because there was one person on shift and the truck came anyway. That's not paperwork. If you shop in these stores, and millions of older Americans do every week, that blocked aisle was your exit too. Number 2. This one is about the moment you pay. And I want you to remember it the next time you're standing at that register. The tag on the shelf says $3. The register charges $3.50. You probably wouldn't catch it. Most people don't. State inspectors did, and what they found was not a store having a bad day. Pennsylvania's Attorney General Dave Sunday found Dollar General failed more than 40% of its pricing accuracy inspections over a 4-year stretch. 40%. Last December, that ended in a $1.55 million settlement. Ohio's Attorney General Dave Yost got a $1 million settlement of his own. Inspectors in one Ohio county found stores where the error rate ran as high as 88%. Missouri found overcharges averaging $2.71 per mispriced item. Wisconsin, New Jersey, North Carolina, same story, different letterhead. And on top of all of it, a nationwide class action settled for at least $15 million over customers being charged more at the register than the shelf promised. Now, the fair version of this. Nobody has proven this was a scheme. The registers update automatically from corporate. The paper tags on the shelf have to be changed by hand, thousands of them, by the same 1 or 2 people running the register and unloading the truck. During years of constant price increases, the tags simply never got changed. It's not a conspiracy, it's neglect. But if you're on a fixed income and you budgeted your cart down to the dollar, the money leaves your account either way. Here's the part that matters most, and it's good news. In Pennsylvania, Dollar General is now legally required to honor the lowest posted price and train employees to override the register. So watch the screen while they scan. If the register doesn't match the shelf, say so, right there. You're not being difficult. In a growing number of states, the law is on your side. Number 1. Remember the number I mentioned at the start? The one that scared their own boardroom? This is it. The biggest warning sign at Dollar General isn't in the stores at all. It's in the wallets of the people walking through the doors. And Dollar General told on itself. First, let's be straight about something, because this channel doesn't do fake doom. Dollar General is not going broke. Last fiscal year, they did about $42.7 billion in sales and cleared roughly $1.5 billion in profit. Anyone telling you this company is about to collapse is selling you something. What happened is worse than a company struggling. It's the customers who are struggling, and the company put it on the record. Dollar General's core shopper is a household earning under $35,000 a year, working people, retirees on Social Security. In the summer of 2024, the company surveyed those core customers and shared the results with Wall Street. About 30% said they had completely maxed out at least one credit card. Roughly a quarter expected to miss a bill payment within 6 months. CEO Todd Vassos told investors plainly that their customers were giving up basic necessities and leaning on high-interest credit cards to feed their families. The company cut its forecast, and the stock lost roughly a third of its value in a single day, the worst trading day in its history. Think about what that survey actually is. The company built specifically to serve Americans with the least money took its customers' temperature, and the reading was so bad it erased billions in a day. If you've felt like the math of ordinary life stopped working these past few years, the groceries, the utilities, the insurance, this is a $42 billion corporation confirming, under oath to its own investors, that you're not imagining it. So here's where I want to leave you, because you're not powerless in this story. 2 things you can do this week. First, at any dollar store, any store really, watch the screen while your items scan. Keep the receipt, and if the register beats the shelf price, ask for the shelf price on the spot. If they won't honor it, your state attorney general's consumer protection line takes complaints, and as you just heard, they act on them. Second, before you grab the small package, check the unit price. It's the tiny number on the shelf tag, the cost per ounce. If the bigger size somewhere else saves you real money and you can swing it even once a month, that's your money staying in your pocket instead of theirs. The people who run this company made a bet that nobody was paying attention. Not to the tags, not to the aisles, not to the workers. Attorneys general started paying attention. Federal inspectors started paying attention. Now you are too. Has this happened to you? Rung up higher at the register than the shelf said? Or watched your local grocer close after the dollar stores moved in? Tell me your state and your story in the comments below. I read every single one, and honestly, your comments are where some of my best video ideas come from. And if this video showed you something you didn't know, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next one. If you're watching on your TV, look for the round red subscribe button right under the video and click it one time. This is EconoNova. Keep an eye on the price of milk.